Hello everybody, Average Gamer here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk. In this episode, we're going to be talking about supply caches. And with the new system coming into play, I'm going to talk about a way of maybe improving it. So right now, the new system that's going to be putting in play in the next little bit is a 100% free system. Which means we're going to be getting 8 items automatically for free whenever you unlock a box, but no longer have to buy keys. Keys will be free. Keys will be non-existent. You basically just hit unlock. It opens up. You're going to get 8 items. Simple as that. And I thought, that's not bad. That's actually really good. But then I thought about this. So that means they're obviously going to change the reward percentages and things like that. So how do you know you're getting a fair shot? Then I realized what they need to do is make alternative tier supply caches. So 3 tiers. First tier is the one that has the highest percentage, obviously, of we'll even call them rare items or ultra rare items. The middle of the road tier, which guarantees you, or even 4 tiers, because we have ultra rares, rares, uncommons, and commons. So what if we did something like this, where we have 4 separate tiers of supply caches? Now, the supply caches, first, how you get them is very simple. In a win, you have a chance of getting a uncommon supply cache, a rare supply cache, or an ultra rare supply cache. In a loss, you get the chance of either a common, uncommon, or rare. Simple as that. Now, you can also trade up. So for, we're going to go, 5, 10, 15. So for 15 common loot boxes, which I want to set it up so that I would like it set up and seen so that you can pretty much earn a quote-unquote a common loot box once a day. In a 3-hour time span, you should be able to earn a quote-unquote a common loot box very easily somehow. It should be set up so that every X amount of matches, you earn a common loot box. And it's also going to set up so that 15 common loot boxes can be traded in for an uncommon loot box. 10 uncommon loot boxes can be traded in for a rare loot box. And then 5 rare loot boxes can be traded in for a ultra rare loot box. And that's it. And the only difference between a common loot box and a ultra rare loot box is the guaranteed what you're going to get. So for example, a common loot box will have 8 common items, but it will have a chance of having obviously 1 ultra rare, 2 rares, and 3 uncommons. Or even like the chance of getting a ultra rare is whatever. A rare, a uncommon. So in a bunch of 8, the odds are you're going to get mostly out of, say, if you open 10 of them, for example, on the 10 common loot boxes or loot caches, 10 of them, maybe of the 10, so that would be what? So of the 80 items you get, you might get 7 or 8 uncommon items. Nothing too crazy. You might get 1 maybe for every, maybe a 1 in, I don't know, maybe we'll say an 8% chance of getting ultra rare. So you might get 1 ultra rare item out of 100 items, for example. I don't know. You have to work at the items, but either way, then in uncommon is pretty much this. You're guaranteed at least 8 uncommon, but of that, you have a chance of getting, we'll say 3 rares and 2 ultra rares, right? And then when you get to rare, you're guaranteed a minimum or at least 8 or 6 rares, but there's a 50% chance of a very rare. You're guaranteed at least 6. 6 rares, right? Or it'll go the opposite way. For a very rare loot box or supply cache, obviously you're going to get 8 ultra rare items. Simple as that. For a rare, you're guaranteed to get rare items, but you're guaranteed to get one very rare and a 25% chance of getting a second very rare. Or you'll have two very rare and a 25% chance of getting a third. In a uncommon, you have one chance, a 25% chance of getting an ultra rare, and then a 25% chance of then you have a guaranteed rare, but a 25% chance of getting another rare, or two more rare items. And last but not least, uncommon, it'll be broken down into, you have a 2% chance of getting a very rare, a 20% chance of getting, a rare item, and then you're, guaranteed at least one uncommon item with a 25% chance of getting a second uncommon item. Something like that, where it's, you do get at least the next tier up, but you get at least one of them, and you get a percentage of getting a second item of the next tier up. Now, ways you can get these things are simple. As I said earlier, a winning team gets someone on that gets basically, or even have it set up so that the most effective player, or the player that does the most damage, gets a rare or uncommon item on both teams. Then the remaining players, or including that player or everyone else or everybody on the winning team, there's a chance of getting a uncommon, rare, or ultra rare supply cache. Losing team, same thing, except it's common, uncommon, or rare. And that's it. Some very, very simple like that. And have it set up so that you can trade up, as I said. 15 common for an uncommon. 10 uncommon can be traded in for a rare. And then 5 rares for a ultra rare. Simple as that. Very simple. And then the only difference between pay for loot boxes, pay for supply caches, and not pay for supply caches is just the amount you get. The percentages stay the same. It's just the amount of stuff you get. Right now there's 8. Maybe make it 16. Maybe make it 20 something. Make it so that basically, there's no advantage. There's no advantage percentage wise, right? It'll be just boom. You get, 60% more stuff, right? Make it so that maybe it's 20. It's just 20 items. Boom, 20 items, and it's just a set. Gold, silver, or bronze. Percentages are still the same. You're just getting 10 items or 20 items. And there you go. If you get it, overall, we'll call them, supply drops of 10 bronze, and also set up so you can't buy gold ones. Or we'll say you can't buy a rare or ultra rare. You can only buy uncommon and common. Simple as that, right? Another thing too is if you also have it said, there's also one extra bonus supply cache. It's a once in a blue moon supply cache. It would be beyond very rare. It would be extremely rare, and it's just one thing, or it's 3 things, just 3 items, and that's it. You're guaranteed 1 mech, and that mech will be just obviously one of the random 300 something mechs. Second option, now this is all going to be based off of a system where you're guaranteed at least, some MC in it or something like that. This is just a loot box that you can just randomly get. Call it a black box. I don't care what the name is. But basically all it is it's a chance of getting a mech. Guaranteed you're getting a mech. What kind of mech it is, then they'll weigh it out, right? Hero mechs, champion mechs, special edition mechs, whatever. That's how it's going to be. There's just a mech, and then beside it will be something like some general skill points, and what have you. Just have it so it's rare. It's like very rare, like to the point where you might, the average player who plays say 3 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, maybe has a chance of getting it once a year. They'll get this one box once a year, and there you go. I would like it set up so that if you play for 3 hours a day, you at least unlock a common or uncommon loot box. It should be something simple like that. For every 3 hours, you should have something unlocked. Whether it's through just playing a certain amount of missions or matches, you get a supply cache. Obviously, there's the random drops. Also have it so that at the back end, you know, the longer you go without getting a supply cache, there should be a back end modifier that makes it a higher probability that you will get one. So if I go 8 days without getting one, I know I'm going to get one sooner or later. And it's just a matter of just getting it at that point. Now, at the end of every match, have a modifier. Be like, hey, HR Puffin stuff has gone 5 days without getting a supply cache. Everyone else on this team has at least gotten one today. Well, HR Puffin stuff, congratulations. You are our winner today. Simple as that. Kind of like how the voting mechanic works. You vote for your maps and your objectives, and you keep losing, you get multipliers until you get rewarded. Have it set up so there's weeklies, monthlies, and dailies, and all that stuff, and you can unlock supply caches that way. Lots of ways that they can be given out. I think they should do something like that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me vibrate. Rant a little bit and talk and all that stuff. It's appreciated. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you haven't before. See you next time. Bye-bye.